You're my favorite roommate?
I'm Sarah's favorite roommate.
No, he's not. Waking up in the morning. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sarah. Today is gonna be a couples therapy session between you and me because I feel like we haven't sat down and talked in so long. So much has changed in my life in the last 6 months and I feel like I haven't talked to y'all at all. So the first update is I am no longer in Toronto. This is a different bedroom. You know what? This is a really shitty tour. I'll give you an actual tour later. But I live in Vancouver now. I have 5 roommates that I'll introduce you to at the end of the video. Before we do all that, I'm just gonna talk to you guys a little bit about life and pull my face together while I'm at it. This wasn't like a conscious decision, but I have been a lot more protective of my privacy. I feel like when I started the channel, I was so transparent and so okay with being vulnerable online because I didn't really have anything to protect. I was just saying whatever, whenever. I think one of the reasons why I became a lot less vulnerable online is because the fact that I had relationships that thrived and then failed online made me realize how much I value my privacy and made me just not share as much even when things are going well. Another big reason that made me retreat a lot, I think, is when SACHEU Beauty first started, it gave me this pressure to kind of, I don't know, censor a lot of my personality. So back then I could just post the Kim Kardashian sex tape makeup tutorial. And now I feel like, oh shit, like I have other business partners, I have a brand to protect, I have like all these things that like, I feel like I have so many more responsibilities now, which I'm not complaining about at all, but it just made me think twice about how I portray myself, which is something I don't usually do. And I was also looking at all these other female CEOs that I really look up to, like Leah Yu and Sharon Pak and all these, especially Asian women in business. And I just saw how everyone was kind of like a cookie cutter, polished type of woman that just really isn't my personality, but I wanted to be that so bad because they are so hardworking and they're kind of like my role models. But then I realized there really isn't just one path to success or one model of success, and you can be very fucking hardworking and still be chaotic. But the thing that I feel made me retreat the most in the last couple of months was definitely the mental health struggles that I was going through. And I was so hesitant to really talk about this, even with my friends, because I felt like my life was going so well. The way that COVID has affected so many people, and I was one of the very lucky few that was able to still work. I couldn't see my family, but I could still work. SACHEU Beauty was doing really well. I felt like I had nothing to complain about. Like my life is going so well, but the isolation aspect of it was getting to me to the point where I was very suicidal. I was dealing with addiction, substance abuse, and I would have these panic attacks and like manic episodes. And I felt like I couldn't share that with people who are closest to me, and definitely not with y'all. I didn't want people to think I was weak, especially now that I kind of have a business to run. Like how I present myself was going to affect how other people see the brand, and that's going to affect the jobs of so many people who count on me. And I just felt like I was letting so many people down. These are things that I feel like not a lot of people would be able to pick up on through my social media. It's just so much easier to post a thirst trap on Instagram than to admit the things that you were actually real life struggling with. And I'm not saying everybody has to be transparent and vulnerable and share all your business online, but I definitely felt like it severed my relationship with y'all because of how much more I was hiding. I had drinking binges where my roommates had to like hold me down and rub my head until I fell asleep, which is exactly why I decided that the right thing for me to do now is to live with people. If during the last 6 months when I was kind of like basically closeted suicidal, if you're still here after those couple of months, I really, really fucking appreciate y'all. A part of me also feel like I can't really admit it when things aren't going well, because ever since I shared my story about coming from an abusive family, I really wanted to be an example that you can get out of it and be happy. And that gave me a lot of pressure to like portray a certain image or like show the world that I'm healing and doing well, but that just wasn't the truth. That wasn't what was happening. Like you're gonna have times when you relapse, you're gonna have times when you go back to a very toxic mindset, but the good news is you have your whole life to get back on track But anyway, fast forward to the last month, I basically leased my place, packed up all my shit, and then moved out. Now I live in Vancouver with 5 other people. My roommates have always been people that I was dating, and I've definitely never lived with such a big group of people before. So this was an experience. And even though we're all living out of our suitcases and we don't really know where we're gonna live in the next 2 months, could be Vancouver, could be Toronto, could be LA. The fact that I was living with so many people in the same house gave me a sense of stability and gave me like a routine. I remember the first 2 weeks when we first started living together, I was just coming out of my rock bottom in Toronto. So when we first lived together, in the first 2 weeks, I had my first panic attack and I had it in front of everybody. So the next morning I was so embarrassed. I booked a ticket to go back to Toronto because I was like, I've had these attacks before and it's easier to manage when I'm the only one dealing with it. You know, like I can just be in my depression den. But then everyone really convinced me to stay, and that's when I was like, oh shit, like these people actually care about me. And I don't know, I just haven't had that feeling in a long time. And I think as much as I think of myself as being independent because I have been very successful at isolating myself for so long, it made me realize, you know what? Humans need friends and a community. And I think those moments really helped me gain control over my life again. Like I'm exercising more, I'm eating healthier. Okay, this might be a little bit morbid, so trigger warning, but I finally felt like I was kind of taking control over my life again instead of just living day by day trying to survive and waiting for the day I had enough courage to end my life. But anyway, things are better now. I want to make more of an effort to be more honest and vulnerable because you guys have seen me go through so much. I've probably moved 4 times since I started this channel and y'all were with me through everything, so I want to make more of an effort to be more honest and vulnerable. But if you want to see vlogs or girl chats, you want to meet my roommates, actually let's go meet my roommates now. I'm introducing them to my roommates.
Oh, hi, I'm Sheldon.
This is Sheldon.
Hi, I'm Sheldon. I live upstairs. Sarah always feeds me food.
True, facts. And here we have a shot tally. So if you don't clean up right after you eat, you get a shot. Notice how I haven't gone a single shot yet.
Alright, point the camera to the most important member of this house. Right here. My name is Mike, aka Mike.
AKA Mike. And no, this is Sandy. Sandy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to open a can of corn and I can't.
You have a can opener.
Call it corny.
It doesn't work.
No. Really? This is a dysfunctional household that we live in.
Okay, and this is Clement.
What's up? Enjoying my banana oatmeal, my morning routine.
He's single, everyone.
I'm a fucking nerd. I have me on my glasses mode. I'm gonna be in morning mode.
Alright, anyways, Sean, this is our time to plug in our merch, okay? Yo.
No free ad!
Right here, right? Right here. In between IMBTW and CM.com, okay? Alright, okay, now you got the camera back.
This is Edward.
Hi. Do you see my crotch?
Ooh. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around, no matter how chaotic I get. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. You're my favorite roommate?
I'm Sarah's favorite roommate.